The Apulo Corinthian Helmet. The Apulo Corinthian Helmet, or otherwise known as the Italian Etruscan Helmet, was first developed in southern Italy around the 6th century BC. For this design of helmet was originally designed after the Greek Corinthian helmet, when the user wore their helmet in the resting position, as you see me doing here. It is actually believed that this helmet was designed mostly for a decoration use rather than for protection. As in such, with the open facial design, we can understand why. However, while wearing this helmet, I can actually feel perfectly fine due to the backplate design system, and as well the feature of cheek plates by the later centuries was a very good helpful design as well. It is highly believed that this helmet was actually originally used by the noble classes of lands of Italy, first used by the Italian and Latin tribes, would later be used by the noble elites of the Etruscans and the Samnites. From the 6th to 4th century BC, Roman nobles of the first class, mainly that of the Roman hoplite units, were known to have used these helmets, rather than the Corinthian-style helmet, especially the closer they had gotten to the 4th century. However, it was highly known that Roman nobles that were part of the Roman cavalry system used these helmets from the 6th to 1st century BC. And as well, it was highly believed that these helmets were used by Roman centurions from the 4th to 1st century BC as well. So, why was this helmet design actually designed in the first place? Well, simple. It actually helped the user see on the field of battle, and while wearing the Corinthian-style helmet, I could see why Romans preferred this design over that of others. In such, this is a highly used helmet. However, this helmet design slowly evolved into different variations. So in such, instead of seeing the Roman centurion during the time of the late Roman Republic wearing a Gallic-style helmet, we should probably end up seeing a said centurion wearing something identical to this. However, though, I do want to add, more than half of historians have argued in the past of whether or not they had. But in such, the Gallic-style helmet that we all know and love of the Roman centurion is more of along the lines during the 1st century AD, not the 1st century BC, seeing the fact that the coolest style helm was more common. However, it is believed that many centurion veterans, that of which even took part during the time of the Punic Wars, Macedonian Wars, and the Seleucid War, would actually prefer to wear this helmet rather than any other design. Probably to make them stick out in the middle of the battlefield, to tell their allies, "Come toward me, rally behind me." Slowly but surely, though, this helmet would slowly disappear from Roman military units and be replaced with the Gallic style, possibly because it was cheaper. Now, while wearing this helmet, I did find out that it is very hard to wear, especially when one actually is moving their head. But because of its design, I could see why the Romans preferred it. It is meant to show off and state of where you are on the field of battle. It is also believed that feathers that were worn on the helmet were meant to indicate of a soldier's family or his household. Other indications also state of which legion he belonged to by the later centuries. So there is a huge argument about that one. If they were being painted, it's also argued. However though, what do you think about this style of helmet? I'd like to hear y'all's comments down below. If you want to get your own version, I will leave links down below in the description to help y'all get your own design as well. But in such, me personally, I kinda like it. It does actually best hold out to this type of unit. Anyways guys, like and subscribe for more. If you have another arms or helmet type of weaponry you want me to actually discuss, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to get right into it. Anyways guys, it's been Celtic Templar. Hope to see y'all in the next one.